Masculine Mindset Show. It's Adam Skoda with my man Calvin. Initiative
Let's
Fitness up in this
go.
bitch.
Let's get it, yo. We dropping bombs. Drop
Yeah.
bomb noise.
Oh yeah. All right. So this podcast is sponsored by Limitless Nootropics. Now, to be clear here, I'm actually going to show you guys a different nootropic today. However, I will put the link in the show notes. Limitless Nootropics is obviously that's my good buddy John Anthony from Masculine Development. That's his nootropic. But I will say, you guys, you look at his website, clinically and GMP certified, so it's good shit. More importantly, here's another nootropic I've been taking as of recently, and this is organic bacopa. Look at that shit, dude. Okay, so have you tried nootropics, Calvin?
Here and there, I'm not taking them as regularly as I should, but definitely when I have, I've seen the benefits. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically, um, all around, man. I
Yeah.
love it.
If my listeners look in the show notes, they will find a review of both Limitless Nootropics and Organic Bacopa. All right, so the topic for today is taking courageous action. This is like, in my opinion, the most masculine quality of any human being out there. I mean, come on, like, this is the masculine mindset show. If you're not taking action and you're listening to my podcasts, I hate to call you out, but you are what I call a fucking walking vagina. Gotta call out my listeners, man. They're not taking action.
Take action, y'all. It is so key, man. And if you haven't already, go check out my boy Adam's the article that you wrote. Put that in the show notes too. If you haven't read it already, go read it up. Read it in sections if you need to. A lot of awesome wisdom knowledge in there, man. A lot of wisdom, man. Good stuff in there. So let's talk about it. Taking action, man.
Appreciate that, brother. All right, yeah. So taking action. So this podcast is inspired by one of my favorite articles. If not, it's definitely, in my opinion, up there in the top 5 articles I've written on my entire website. I'm almost at 100 articles already. And how to take courageous action, step-by-step guide to becoming decisive. Because you guys, if you go listen to my podcast, the number one masculine quality of all time, decisiveness. Brian Tracy once said, almost any decision is better than no decision.
Mm, mm.
Almost any decision is better than no decision. So if you
Yes, bro.
show, like, all right, I know I have to tie in the girl shit, but you know what? We're gonna go there, guys.
Let's go.
Men listening to my podcasts. If you show you are indecisive in front of a woman, she's gonna treat you like a fucking woman. Because you're a fucking
Uh-huh.
walking vagina, bro. Come on, go take action.
Yeah, who's gonna take lead in the relationship? Who's the man in the relationship? You know what I mean? We hear that so often, like, who wears the pants in this relationship?
Yep.
And a big part of that is having confidence, bro. You have to have confidence in yourself, in your decision making, in your actions, in everything. And one of the biggest steps of that is taking fucking action. Don't just be like, so babe, where are we gonna eat tonight? Where are you? Oh, babe, I don't know. Babe, we're eating here. We're going boom. Or if your girl's super picky, one thing I like using is, hey babe, guess where we're gonna eat tonight? And then she says, oh, we're eating here. Oh, how'd you know? That's exactly where we're eating. And you didn't even plan that, but that's where she wanted to eat. You know what I mean? So little stuff like that. But starting off like with that article, man, is taking action with your alarm clock, bro. That is so huge, man. Because I'd heard that also from Bedros Koulian, man. Awesome. A lot of knowledge from him. One of those things being is don't hit that snooze button because you're breaking your word to yourself immediately. The first thing you're doing, you can stack a win or you can stack a loss. So what are you gonna do that first couple seconds in the morning? And there's a couple ways you can do it. Put your alarm clock on the other side of the room. turn the light on as soon as you get up, go wash your face with some cold water. But to stay up, don't hit that snooze, man, because that's that first win. That's your first action that you're taking of the day to start your day off in an awesome way. Boom, I'm waking up and I'm getting to it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Stacking the
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. And guys, another thing, look, you're mentioning Bedros Keuilian, but did you know, Calvin, that there is another dude that Bedros was coached by? His name is Craig Ballantyne.
Yes, bro. I've
Okay.
heard of him, but I haven't looked too much into him. Tell me.
This okay, this man taught me a lot. Like a lot. And guys, I have a tendency to always share my podcasts with the coaches I've worked with. And you guys, I straight up told Craig I shouted you out on my productivity podcast. So if you go listen to the episode called Skyrocket Productivity, fair warning, I'm really confrontational in that episode. Really confrontational in that episode. Okay? So, with that said, you guys, another strategy to taking action. All right? Now, I'm going to be really fucking overboard and polarizing with this. Imagine that a woman is holding a gun to your fucking head and she says, sedentary lifestyle or gym? You choose right now. Sedentary lifestyle
Jim.
or gym?
Jim, don't shoot
Gym.
me.
Gym. All right. You don't like that. You think that's too much. Maybe you have a fucking vagina in your pants. It's what you do. Okay? Act like every chair on your fucking house bursting into flames and you can't sit down. You can't sit down. You have to do something, not sitting down. All right? So, those are 2 tips there to fucking taking action. I'm going to leave the floor with you now. And I want you to tell my listeners what you think is good ways to take more action.
So taking the action, man, is there's several things. There's several steps you can do. One thing is to first create a goal. So what are your goals? Figuring out, sitting down, what do you want in life? What do you want? Do you want to be the man or the woman in the relationship? Because some dudes are like, oh man, I'm gonna be this. Fuck that, dude. If you're a man, you got a dick and 2 balls in between your legs, and it's your duty to be the man, to be masculine. You know what I mean? And in today's society, it's looked down upon. You know, like, oh, he's too masculine, he's too confident, he's too assertive. Fuck that, man. Let those people think that. You have to live your true self, you know what I mean? And not everyone is built to be a fucking masculine dude, awesome dude. And that's fine. Be whatever your calling is, but the majority, 99% of the time, is to be a masculine man. And really, that what comes with that is working out, doing your duties, being responsible, being that person people can look to be that dude, man, to be the guy. If someone's in trouble, someone needs help, you're that dude. So taking the action is first figuring out the goal. What do you want to be? What kind of man do you want to be? Do you want to be the man everyone they look to for guidance, for influence, for advice, whatever, and for help? Or do you want to be that dude where, oh man, this guy's a liability. This guy's a walking vagina. You know what I mean? Like Adam would say. So first, figuring out what kind of man you want to be. What are your goals that you want to set for your life? Man, I want to be a multimillionaire. I want to be rich. I want to have several businesses, have a bunch of employees, build a bunch of leaders. And then after you have that plan, that destination in mind, or after you have the goals and the destination, then you create the plan. All right, what's my plan? All right, I'm gonna wake up at this time. My morning routine is gonna be, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna watch some podcasting, I'm gonna get some journaling in. Whatever that morning process it is, make that plan of what you want to do. So you're not just doing blind action where you're just like, oh, fuck it, let's do it. Oh, fuck, what do I do now? Having that plan beforehand. So you're okay, now I have something I can follow. And then the last thing is the action itself, the execution. Execute like a motherfucker. I'm getting chills, dog. You have to execute like a motherfucker because this is the fucking key. There's so many people. How many people do y'all, the listeners, y'all know at home who fucking talk about it? Oh man, I want to do this, man. I'm gonna do this, and once I get this, I'm gonna do this. They're all fucking talk, and that's cool. It's all right to scheme, to plot, to have that planned. All right, man, we're gonna have this, but what are you gonna execute on? How that's cool. You want to do that? How are you gonna execute on that now? the next day, the next week, the next month? What's your plan and what are you doing to execute on it? So what are you doing? And another word for executing is taking the action. And again, starting the first part of the article, really, y'all go read that fucking article. It's going to change your fucking life. It's going to change your perspective on taking action. And what does it start with? Taking action on your alarm clock. Set that non-negotiable in the morning, whatever a hard wake up time is for you, whether it's 7 a.m. or fucking 3 a.m., whatever is hard for you, do that. That's where you have to go towards. Man, it's hard for me to wake up before 4 or right at 4. So that's the time I fucking wake up at. I wake up at 4, get my daily process in, and then at 5 a.m. I have my first call, meeting with my group. All right, go. How are we gonna do this? Boom, we get our little workout in, then we fucking get our share outs in. So getting our mind right, having that plan. We already have that plan. We have the destination, all right, where we want to be, and then we execute on it. That, and again, executing is huge, man. And keeping your word to yourself. Because the more you set the plan and you execute, you're gonna build more confidence where you're, oh shoot, now I can plan even bigger. Now instead of $1,000, I'm gonna shoot for 10,000. Now, oh shoot, I'm hitting 10,000. I'm building that confidence. I'm executing on that. Let's hit 100,000, 100 million, a billion, man. And you just keep building on top of yourself. You keep stacking those wins and stacking the execution and stacking the actions that you're taking, the wins. It's your daily wins. Like I just dropped a reel today. Go follow me on Instagram, Initiative Fitness 210, one word. I dropped a fucking reel. I forget the guy who, I don't know, you might know the guy who's speaking during it, but he says, you keep winning the days, you're gonna win the week. You keep winning the weeks, you're gonna win the month. You keep winning months, you're gonna win the years. You keep winning years, you win at life. And it's that simple. And it's where does it start? It starts with winning the day. Win the day one moment at a time. Stack those little wins. I'm not saying, hey, go make $100 million today before the day ends. No, it takes time, and it's that patience that you need over a long period of time to really say, man, I can do this. I'm gonna win. I know I can do this, man. And take action. That's the biggest thing. So after this, after you're finished, we're still gonna drop a lot. We got a lot more bombs to drop on this podcast. But start thinking about, man, how can I start taking action today before I go to sleep? Whatever, if you're watching this in the morning, all right, the rest of my day, in the afternoon, the rest of my day, at night, before I go to sleep. What can you do today to start taking that action in your own life? Because it's different. Everyone's different. You know what I mean? But what action are you going to take? And then keep your word to yourself, man. That's the most valuable thing in the world as a person who can keep their word. So keep your word to yourself. Take that action, make that plan, make that goal, and then fucking execute. Take the fucking action, dog.
God, you mentioned something that I want to say really quick. Keep the promises to yourself. Like fuck, I could not, guys. A lot of people nowadays don't even have simple integrity. Even women out there I've met, like they can't even keep their fucking commitments. And those of you women listening, don't get fucking butthurt. Okay, it's just feminine energy, and I'm not hating on feminine energy. Okay, I'm not. All right, but understand that feminine energy is often wishy-washy. Okay, and that guys and women listening,
Indecisive.
yes,
They're
indecisiveness is technically a little feminine, but don't get butthurt and fucking hyperextend your ass, okay? Because what I'm saying here, I'm saying that to get you to realize when you act that way, you're not your higher self. You're just not. As Brian Tracy said, right? Almost any decision is better than no decision. And another quote that I like a lot too is by George Patton. A good plan violently executed today is a better plan executed next week. Okay? So, how much more do I have to fucking say to you guys? Okay? If you go read one of my other articles called Why Stubbornness Helps You Achieve Your Fitness Goals, that is when you're, okay, I want to be careful here because a lot of people do listen to for the dating advice. You can't staunchly hold on to your frame and be stubborn in social situations because that can often annoy people, and you're just being fucking rude and just a jerk, if you will. And really what that article says is you've got to be stubborn about getting your goals done. That is just that simple. You can't fucking like act like your goals are going to happen if you don't do shit to achieve them. If you're not doing shit to achieve them, then hate to call you out again, but as I say, you're being a fucking pussy. So, yeah. I mean, that's just something that I want all my listeners to take in right now. I know I'm being really in your face, but it's like, you guys, this is nothing new. I've done this shit in 10x your masculinity. Okay, it's like whatever. I've been called a jerk already. Throw the labels my way. It's like the hatred. I don't even give a fuck anymore. It's like whatever. Throw your hate aside. But I'm just like thinking, if you want to hate, that means I'm right. By the way, just letting you know, that means I'm right.
Mm. And that means that they're giving you their attention as well. You know what I mean? They're spending the time to watch you to do this thing and to type something or say something to you. You know what I mean? Like they're still giving you attention, which is one of the most valuable things. Someone giving you their attention is one of the most valuable things. Love me or hate me, it makes no difference, man. You giving Adam the views on YouTube, on Spotify. Keep sending them, man. Keep viewing it, man. We need more views. Share it out to all your friends and family. We need that.
Yeah, guys, especially if you know someone who's not taking action, and if they need to hear this episode, fucking share it with them. Because quite frankly, I don't think enough people are taking action in today's day and age. But now, you guys, let's talk about courage. Okay, courage is huge. When I say taking courageous action, it means it requires you to be bold, going for your goals, and like basically going to approach that next cute chick that you see, right? You want to meet her, but you're nervous, okay? As I say all the time on my other podcasts, look at you in the face and say, "Bitch, get the fuck out," okay? And so one of the tips that I said in that article, how to take courageous action, is speed of implementation. Speed of
Mm.
implementation is key. You've got to understand that. You guys, I'll say this again, full credit to Craig, but Craig is badass. I love that guy. Success loves speed. That's just the fucking facts. Success loves speed. Okay? I think I see even Calvin writing that down over there.
Hell yeah, I'm taking these notes as big.
Yeah. So never fucking
So
forget that.
true.
Yeah, never fucking forget that. And that's why we can learn a lot from these mentors out there. Guys, Craig is a business coach to several, like, hundreds of people. He's, as I said, he's helped Bedros Cooley and fucking Jason Capital too. And as some of you already know, I've worked for Jason Capital on his team for a short period of time. But understand this, you guys. When if you are slow, you're fucked.
Yep.
You're, you gotta be intense. That's the one thing I actually really. That's the one part of Wes Watson that I actually fucking. When I see the way he works out, you guys, on his Instagram videos, it's like his intensity is fucking amazing, and that right there is how you have to be towards your goals. That intensity, dude. That intensity. You've got to be intense. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. And I'm gonna preface this with saying this: fuck fast food. Stay away from fast food. Fast food is not good for you. But if you just look at it from the business sense, we look at a McDonald's or something along that lines, how quick there is. Hello, I like this. Hello, sir. Well, at least the good ones. Now a lot of the customer service is pretty bad. But you go to a good establishment or just any restaurant. Hey, hello, how can I help you? Boom, they're in their face. They're in your face and intense. Even a car salesman. Hey man, how can I help you today? Hey, I'm here to serve you to the highest of my ability. I'm gonna give you world-class service. Oh, what? You want this star? Boom, you're right here. And they show you right to the car. Versus you go to someone and they're like, hey, oh, you're here to buy a car. Oh, you're here to go see that car. And then it takes 20, 30 minutes before you're able to see a car. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference. Who do you want to buy a car from? From the person who's like, hey, what's up, man? They have an awesome high intensity, high energy, and they give you the results quickly, or you're waiting for the person who's they're low energy. They're like, oh man, oh, let me go check on that. And you're waiting 20, 30 minutes. No one likes waiting for anything, you know? So like those people who are faster and get it to you faster at a higher intensity, at a higher level, are going to be more successful. Success loves speed and intensity, you know what I mean? And just high level, high vibrations, you know what I mean? That these all these high level people, they're working super fast rates and they're working at a high vibration with good energy, good vibes, you know, like if you go hang around Fortune 500 or the top 100 successful people in your city, you're going to just go talk with that person, go listen to that person talk, go listen to Wes Watson talk on YouTube, Andrew or Bedros on YouTube, Andy Elliott on YouTube. Listen to Adam, listen to me talk versus someone who's not doing anything. You know what I mean? You'll see the difference. Who are you really going to work with and who's going to be more successful in the long run, you know? And attitude is another huge key that I would want to add to that as well, man. In being courageous and being successful. Attitude is everything. It's that common saying that it went over my head for the longest time until I really started to digest it and listen to it. Your attitude will determine your latitude. Dude, that is so fucking true. Your attitude on like how you approach things, how do you deal with things in everything and in life is so important, man. Like having that positive attitude when shit's going your way, and especially when shit's not going your way. When you're just everything's going bad, hey, it's all good, man. Because versus if you're talking to a girl, you're talking to anyone, and they're like, hey, or you're asking, hey, what's up? Can I get your number? And they're like, oh no, I don't want to give you my number. And you're like, hey, that's all good, man. I hope you have a great day. God bless. Boom. They're gonna be like, oh, who? Oh, wait, hold up. Maybe you can get my number. Versus like, hey, can I get your number? No, I don't want to give you my number. Hey, well, fuck you then, bitch. Oh, hey, well, fuck you too then. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? So like your attitude is everything, dude. Like you can change your whole life in an instance just with your attitude and then changing that mindset. We're like, shoot, man, maybe I should be more positive thinking, good, bad, any situation, really being aware of your attitude. Your attitude is going to determine your latitude, man. Big key, big key, your attitude, everything, dog.
Look at this guy's massive jug of water.
I'm almost out, man. I'm almost out. I got my next one ready. Stay hydrated too. That's another thing. If you're not hydrated, and this it goes full circle. If you're not hydrating, if you don't have a correct diet, you're not getting your workout in, it's gonna affect your attitude and how you're acting. If I'm hungry, bro, I'm gonna be a fucking dick, straight up. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm already an asshole. So fucking, I don't have food. I'm gonna be, hey, what the fuck, like, and I don't even mean to be. That's just I'm fucking hungry, man. So like, I don't mean it at all. But like, so that especially that's for someone like us, where we're already healthy. If someone's super unhealthy, they're not working out consistently, they're not eating their correct macros, they're on a good diet. It's so easy because I was in that space as well, unhealthy, using drugs, you know what I mean? Just like if I wasn't fucking high, I'd be fucking pissed. Oh man, what the fuck, man? Fuck you, man. I need to smoke some shit, man. What the fuck? Da, da, da. Like, so really like taking care of your body so that you can come at that high vibration, taking care of your diet, getting that workout in, getting that mental work in, making sure you're reading, studying, podcasting, listening. When you're listening to this, make sure y'all taking notes. If y'all are listening right now, if you haven't already, take out a paper and pen, bro. Because what is written is retained. Y'all need to start writing down these notes. Y'all see Adam was spitting that stuff. Oh, I'm writing down these notes, man. You have to be stubborn to get your goals done. Success loves speed. You know what I mean? This is stuff that I'm going to retain because I'm not only listening to it, I'm writing it down. Then I'm reading it back to myself. And that's how you constantly learn and grow as a person. So helping yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. That mental part, again, listening, taking notes, learning from people who are in a situation where you want to be. Me and Adam are pretty healthy. If you want to be healthy, man, start listening to us, how we're talking, what we're saying, what we're talking about. And then physically, go hit the gym, man. Go, if you don't have a gym membership, there's plenty of workouts you can do right at your house, man. I post a lot of that stuff, man. I don't go to the gym as often as I should, but that doesn't stop me from getting a badass workout in straight right here at my house. Push-ups, burpees, different prison variant workouts, calisthenics, man. Like your mind will believe whatever you tell it, man. So your only limit is the ones you place upon yourself. That's the realest shit, man.
Damn, bro, I gotta really elaborate on that. Your mind will believe whatever you tell it. It. All right, I had this episode called "Positive Narcissistic Self Image," and what I said in that episode is basically like, guys, you have to in a way pedestalize yourself and be like, all women want me, and basically have that self love, that self entitlement, that fucking self confidence of a narcissist. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I say that, you guys, is a lot of you are probably already thinking to yourself, wait, you're promoting narcissism? I'm like, first off, you guys, there's something that narcissists are really fucking good at. They're good at confidence, self entitlement, self assuredness, and certainty. Do you get that? Do any of you guys get that? Do you understand that? Or should I say that one more time? They are good at self confidence, self assuredness, certainty, and I think there was one more, but I forgot. But again, guys, understand that if you want to really get better with women, and more importantly, have a better relationship with yourself, that is, I want you to have the self image of a narcissist. Think of yourself highly, okay? Because if you start thinking those low vibrating thoughts, you're then going to go into your next interaction with a woman. She's going to be like, huh, this guy is not confident. Next. You know? So it's like, guys, I'm not saying be one of those unhealthy narcissists and start being a fucking prick. I'm saying take what we can learn from narcissists, and that is self-confidence, self-assuredness, certainty, and guys, they're also very good at getting what they want. Okay? They're very good at that. So if you I recommend that you guys start watching these TV shows where these like really crazy psychos women have a thing for. Okay? And it's like, what can you learn from those people? Guys, they're fucking selfish to the 10th degree, to be blunt, but it's like, understand that if you want to get better with women, you have to, in a way, become slightly narcissistic. Not full-blown narcissist. No, obviously not. But positive, narcissistic self-image. All women want me. They want you, bro. They want you. But if they reject you, ha, whatever. Her loss. I don't give a fuck. Move on. Piss off, kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, you got to have that level of self-belief too, you know what I mean? That's another way to say it, having that self-belief. And one of the best ways that I do it, at least, is putting in the work. Again, taking that action, starting with that alarm clock. Boom, 4 a.m. it goes off. All right, I'm up. Boom, I turn it off. I'm up, turn on the light, go wash my face, go brush my teeth, and I get in my daily process. You know what I mean? So starting that self-belief. How do you have that self-belief? One is just believing it. Hey man, I'm the best. Muhammad Ali, I don't know who else. There's like a whole list of people who've said it. I said I was the great. I'm part of that list. I said I was the greatest before I knew I was. You know what I mean? I'm the greatest, straight up. You know what I mean? And people, what, Calvin, you're not the greatest. Hey, just watch. Just watch. Over time, it's gonna show. You know what I mean? And you have to keep continually telling yourself this, because there's so many times where they'll bullshit on you, they'll hate on you, they'll say all this shit, and well, shoot, man, maybe I'm not the greatest. Da, da, da. So like, and you have to say fuck that, and that's where you have that self belief. And same thing with women. You know what I mean? Oh man, every girl loves me. Oh well, no, I fuck you. I don't want you. Da, da, da. Like, oh well, shoot, maybe they don't. Nah, hey, it's all good. Her loss, just like you said, her loss. You know what I mean? And you keep moving forward. You know what I mean? What's that fucking Disney movie? Is it Meet the Robinsons? Where they're like, keep moving forward, man. That's so important in life. Having that self belief. Man, I'm the greatest. Muhammad Ali, I don't know how many fights he lost, but I'm sure he lost some amateur fights. He wasn't undefeated, because I would know if he was undefeated. Fucking, so I'm sure he lost some amateur fights. Boom, did he stop? He did lost one fight, and they said, oh man, I'm gonna quit boxing. I'm never gonna do it. Fuck no, you have to keep moving forward, man. In everything you're doing, whether it's business, fitness, relationships, looking for a relationship, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to achieve, you have to be able to take the wins and the losses, being able to go through every emotion and still end up on top. That's how you know whether you really want that shit or not. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I want a relationship. They get in a relationship and then you gotta fucking spend so much time on your girl. You're spending time, you're spending money, you're spending resources. You're like, what the fuck, man? This is what a relationship is? It's like, yeah, well, with that specific woman, that's what it is. So, like, is that still a relationship that you want with that person? Oh man, she's so bad, bro. But like, I don't have any money now, and she doesn't let me go to the gym. I was like, well, shoot, man, is that really a relationship that you want to be in? You know what I mean? So really being, again, going back to what are your goals? What do you really want out of life, man? Well, I want to be ripped, rich, and rare. Well, you can't be ripped and rich if your girl is not letting you work out and she's not letting you she's spending all your money. You know what I mean? So you have to say, fuck, like maybe this person isn't the best relationship for me. So seeing what is it that you want and then having that belief, I'm gonna achieve that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, man. And shoot, dream big, bro. Don't be like, oh man, I hope I make a couple hundred. Da, da, da. Fuck, man, I'm gonna make 100 million, man. I'm gonna shoot for the stars. I'm gonna have a whole garage full of Lamborghinis and Mercedes Benz and fucking Rolls Royces, everything. I want it all, dog. Like, shoot fucking for the stars, man. And then have that self belief in yourself, that self confidence. And that's going to come from fucking stacking those wins, the little wins, waking up on time, getting the workout in, doing the little wins. And that eventually over time, you're going to have a mountain full of wins and have a mountain full of confidence as well as that mountain of self belief.
Yeah, so I I have my three values, Calvin, that I recently wrote down not that long ago. And here's what here are my three values that I'm actually you know what, I'm about to say this on a podcast, so fuck it, whatever. I'm going to put this on a shirt and sell it to people. But okay. Purpose, power, persuasiveness. Purpose, power, persuasiveness.
I'm gonna
So
buy a shirt. I got you.
some of
Let me
you
know when
hear
they
that,
drop. I got
right?
you.
Okay. Some of you hear that, you think, oh, power is wrong. Well, let me tell you something. For all you haters out there, understand this. Power and status are very similar. So I believe being a higher status man, is what I see myself as, right? Having a higher purpose, okay? Being high status, but also having more power. Purpose, power, and persuasiveness. Just being good at frame control, being influential. Guys, again, I don't want to go down too far down the rabbit hole, but there is an entirely different topic called frame control. But when you have a strong frame, you win the game when it comes to social dynamics with women. Okay? Now, a strong frame does not mean a stubborn frame, as I said earlier. You can take your stubbornness too far in social situations and it gets you in trouble. But what I want to say here really quick is okay, so taking courageous action. All right. If you want to have, what I say, purpose, power, persuasiveness, right? Or any of those type of things. You want to be a more powerful human being. You want to be high status. Okay. You want to be persuasive. Great. Guys, I think that's awesome. If you want to be persuasive, I am proud of you because I'm going to tell you something. When you are persuasive in social dynamics, I'm telling you right now, people will just listen to you because you have authority and you know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So, really, the whole point and tangent that I'm getting at here is taking courageous action gets you to be more powerful, gets you to be more persuasive, gets you to be more, even as Calvin was saying, ripped, rich, or rare, as Wes often says. But either way, you guys, people have their own fucking values. Do you get me? Have your own fucking values and live by that shit. Live by that shit. So what I really live by is purpose, power, persuasiveness. Right? Everyone has their own values. You know what I mean? So write down your values, you guys. I say this often in my work, become the alpha woman wants. That is, write down your fucking values. Because if you don't know your values, how can you be a valuable guy? You're just not a valuable guy. And I'm not saying to be rude. I'm just being honest. So.
Yeah, bro, fucking understanding your values. I was in a fucking badass business call understanding your values is part of your brand. Your values and who you are, all of that, and a bunch of other shit is part of your brand. You know what I mean? Your story is part of your brand. So really, and everyone has a brand, everyone has a story. Literally everyone. I don't care who you are, what you've done in life. Like everyone has a story to tell and a brand to build upon it. You know what I mean? It's so there's a lot of different places, but there's a lot of different niches, you know what I mean, that some people can fit better than other people. So really figuring out, man, what are my values? What do I stand for? You know what I mean? Integrity, respect, character, hard work, discipline are some of mine. You know what I mean? Just to be brief, I could write a whole list of this stuff, you know what I mean? But just coming off top, those are ones that immediately, man, having integrity, whatever you're gonna do, have integrity with it. Respect, respecting others, respect yourself and respect others. Being a man of your word. For myself, keeping my word to myself and keeping my word with others, you know what I mean, is super important, man. Like if you're gonna say something, do that shit. You know what I mean? So just like Adam was saying, if you don't have those values and stuff, man, you can't be a valuable man. Like, what do you stand on? You know what I mean? It's like you're building a house on sand. You know what I mean? It's there's no foundation there. What can the person really expect from working with you, from being with you, from either you're an employee of theirs or if you're the boss, you're hiring them, like where are your values? Because I've worked with a lot of people who don't have any values, bro, or have some fucked up values. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was eating me internally, you know what I mean? Because this is a job. I need to get paid. But at the same time, it's like, bro, this isn't aligning with my character, with my values, with my brand as Calvin, as Initiative Fitness, you know what I mean? So having to part ways with certain organizations because I didn't agree with what they were doing, you know what I mean? And some people, again, having no value, and it's like, you are who you hang around. So, like, look who you're hanging around too. Ask your friends, hey, man, what are your values, real quick? Oh, what, bro? Da, da, da. Like, and seeing how they react, even, you know what I mean? Like, or, oh, man, well, these are some of my values, you know? So, like, you are who you hang around. It's so important, man. So, watch who y'all are hanging around. Write that down. You are who you hang around.
Yep. Guys, Warren Buffett once said you haven't fully thought something out unless if you've written it down. So I really, I am going to give Calvin a big clap for that and praise this guy. Now, what I want to say to all of you about taking courageous action is something that David Data once said in Way of the Superior Man. That is, lean just beyond your edges. Okay? And I actually took inspiration from that in my article. You can read it. By the way, I'll put it in the show notes. You lean beyond your comfort zone into the courage zone. I believe that's what I said. And so taking courageous action, you guys, sometimes you just gotta fucking go for the close. As I talk about, I'm an author of a book called Closer's Guide to Seduction. Okay, and in that book, I talk about persuasion. Again, some of you hear that and you're like, wait, persuasion is wrong. That's manipulation, Adam. Like, you guys, the nice guy is fucking manipulative because you're putting up a fake image to other women because you want to please them. Okay, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Go listen to 10x Your Masculinity. Listen to that episode, and you'll definitely want to be more of a masculine guy after you hear that episode. Now, the whole point that I'm on here is persuasive or gullible. Which one are you? I want to say that one more time. Persuasive or gullible? Which one are you? By the way, if you often fall into the trap of social proof, that social proof tendency, you are, in my opinion, hate to call you out, but you are highly gullible. Because with social proof, you're looking to other people and what other people are doing. And if you know about the social proof tendency in psychology, again, you guys, another article I wrote called 5 Psychological Biases to Trigger Effortless Attraction. Okay, understand that when you look to other people to see what you think is correct, that shows how much you're actually not following your own lead. You're not. You're doing what other people think is right. How does that make you feel, bro? How does that make you feel? The listener, listen to me right now. When you are doing shit that other people are doing, how does that make you feel right now? How does that fucking make you feel? That you are following the herd, the masses, okay? The masses. As Bedros says, average is the enemy. Success is your responsibility, right? So, there's a big point here, okay? The big point is I'm getting the fucking chills right now. Look at this shit. I had the fucking chills. Okay.
Spit that shit.
The big fucking point to this damn tangent that I'm really trying to get to you to understand, you guys, is when you follow the herd, you are looking for someone else to fucking listen to and follow. You're like, fuck this. Guys, what I want to say to you right now is this. Okay? If you want to be a more powerful, persuasive man, you've got to follow your own lead and come to your own judgments, your own conclusions, and to have your own thoughts and just be you, my friend. Be you. Don't let other people write your fucking story because you deserve to live an amazing life, and you don't live that amazing life when you follow the fucking masses. I don't know how much I can really be more fucking black and white with this shit. If you ever succumb to the social proof tendency, in my mind, you are gullible. You're not persuasive. You're not. Yeah.
Yeah, real shit, dog. Like, who are you leading? Again, who's wearing the pants in the relationship? You or what 99% of society is doing. And again, average is the enemy. If you want to be average, you want to be a normal motherfucker and just be average the rest of your life, go do that. Look at what everyone else is doing and just do what everyone else is doing. But one of the things is again, ripped, rich, and rare, that rare part. If you want to be a rare individual, uncommon amongst the uncommon, you have to fucking look at what everyone else is doing and do the fucking opposite of that shit, man. Everyone's going to McDonald's, they're eating fast food, they're eating unhealthy consistently. You see all these fucking lines, dog, because I was a part of that. I lived in that culture where I fucking love my McChickens, man. I fucking wait in line. I'm like, bro, why is this line so fucking long? And eventually I started developing and I was still getting in line, but I was like, bro, why are people in line for this food? This food's fucking bullshit. Like, and boom, I'd start pulling out of the line. Fuck this shit. What am I doing? Why am I following the masses in this shit? When you're stressed out, you're not feeling good. What do most people do? They go smoke, they go drink, they go overeat, they do some bullshit. You know what I mean? If you want to be common, go do that shit. But if you want to be rare, want to be an exceptional individual, go do the opposite of that, man. They're feeling stressed. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to push themselves. Go to the gym. Go push yourself. You don't want to have that uncomfortable conversation. Go have that uncomfortable conversation with whoever you need to. You know what I mean? Go lean into being uncomfortable. Lean, be comfortable being uncomfortable, dude. That's where you're gonna grow the most. You go write down something right now. Write that down. First, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. You have to start being comfortable, being uncomfortable, where you're like, man, I'm gonna put myself in these situations. And then after you have that written down, be comfortable, being uncomfortable, write down a situation that you know you've been wanting to do that's uncomfortable for you, but you haven't been doing. Whether that's going and talking to that chick, going to the gym, starting to meal prep, eating healthy, reaching out to a fitness coach, doing something positive in your life. Write that. What's something that has been uncomfortable for you personally that you know that you should be doing, and then make that a goal. Go finish that by the end of this week. Whenever you're watching this, whenever this drops, go finish that by the end of the day, by the end of this week. Go finish that thing that was uncomfortable. And the worst thing that happened is they say no. You know what I mean? You go talk to that chick. Hey, what's up? I really want your number. No, I have a boyfriend. What happens? You
Lose
learned.
the
Okay.
hang on. Lose the zero and step up to the fucking hero, chick. Like, come
Ooh,
on.
yes, that mindset, that self-belief,
Yeah.
bro. Again, when we were talking, like if y'all haven't been taking notes, go restart this shit and start taking fucking notes, man. Because this is how you're gonna change your life around. If you're in that mindset where you're like, man, I can't do this. You're in that zero mindset. That's fine. We've all been there. You know what I mean? I've been there where I was like, fuck, man, I ain't worth shit. I can't do shit. I'm never gonna get ripped, rich, or rare. And then again, it can change. The change can happen in an instant. Just where you're like, you know what, fuck that. I'm the fucking hero. I'm the fucking main character of this fucking story, of this life that's a fucking movie. And this is where the fucking hero arc starts. You know what I mean? If y'all seen, go look up the hero's journey. You know what I mean? You're all gonna have to do it. It's gonna be trials and tribulations. You're gonna have a lot of yeses and some nos, but that's part of the journey. That's part of the process of you learning, whether you're being a salesman, whether you're talking to girls, whether you're talking to anyone, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to learn to deal with these type of things and learn with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking huge, dog. Learn, be comfortable being uncomfortable, y'all. And it's gonna change your life. You're gonna put yourself in a lot of great situations that you otherwise wouldn't have been in.
Love it. uh, if any of you hear thunder, it's about to storm really bad in Ohio right now. So just FYI.
Oh shit.
But okay, so the word courage, you guys. There's the first part of the word core, and that means like communicating from the heart. If you didn't know that, so that's basically like, guys. I often say in my articles is just have heart in what you do, be passionate and be ambitious, and have that masculine purpose, as I say in my podcast. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you something about that. When you communicate that to women, it's so fucking attractive. You have no idea. It's so fucking attractive. You have no idea. And I actually have an episode called "Vulnerable Field Report of Emotional Masculinity." Go listen to that. But guys, I was just doing self-reflecting, and I realized something. That is, I'll actually just sum up that podcast really quick. What I said is this: like about a year ago, I remember communicating how ambitious I was to my partner at that time, and she could feel my fucking energy. And because I was so fucking passionate, I transferred that emotion over to her. It's called emotional contagion. Okay? Now, basically, some people might think, well, wait, what the hell is emotional masculinity? Again, go listen to the episode, you guys. But understand that this whole boys don't cry shit, I kind of like don't really uh, agree with that movement, because quite frankly, we all have emotions. You can't just suppress that shit, or you're gonna turn into a fucking rage-induced psychopath and start throwing chairs. So just understand that me being courageous right now, I'm actually being real with all of you. I fucking hate. I really really fucking hate putting out these podcasts where I'm being more vulnerable, because that is my weakest spot. As I'm the host of this show called Masculine Mindset Show, I I have a hard time. I have a really fucking hard time. There's that thunder. I have a really hard time uh, just being vulnerable. I just have a hard time with it. But if you go listen to my episode with the Chisler James, Why You Must Have a Brotherhood, that's a good one, by the way. I love that episode. I am very vulnerable in that episode. Very vulnerable. So go listen to that. But the whole point here is this, you guys. That is courage for me, because I fucking hate it. I fucking hate being vulnerable. Do you understand, you guys? It is hard for me to do that. I have a hard time letting my walls down. I have a hard time trusting women, for example, too, because I was in a 5-year long relationship with a fucking toxic piece of shit, to be blunt. But, guys, go ahead if you have anything to say to that. So,
Shoot, man, like again, the hero's journey. You had to go through that, you know what I mean, to understand that's not the type of relationship that you want to be in. And it sucks it took 5 years, but you know what I mean? Sometimes I've known people who were in fucking 10 years, 15 years. The longest one's like 25 years relationship. I'm 25 years old myself, dog. I'm like, damn, like, you didn't see the signs? They're like, no, I saw the signs. They didn't have that courage, you know what I mean? That to have those uncomfortable conversations, to be in those areas where it's uncomfortable, you know what I mean? No, let's just keep it comfortable. Like when I bring that up, she gets some type of way. So like again, being comfortable, being uncomfortable in any situation, whether that's in your personal relationships, romantic relationships, business relationships, because I've seen a lot of fucking businesses go to fucking shit because of people's ego, and they're not ready to go into fucking those uncomfortable conversations. And when they did, bro, they handled it so unprofessionally. I was working at a gym. There was this dude. He was the head boss, basically. And me and this other dude were working our ass off trying to keep the gym afloat. You know what I mean? It was in the west side of San Antonio. We're on a poverty income, you know, not the best place. Working our ass off, we're getting kids in, all this stuff. And he would barely show up. And the day he did show up, he's like, "Hey, I need to have a meeting with all of y'all." And he comes with this attitude, and we're like, "Wait, what the hell?" And he just fucking blew up at us, you know what I mean? Because he never had all these conversations like, "Oh, well, I don't like A, B, C, D, E." And like, bro, this has been going on for months. Why didn't you say something months ago? And now it's a issue. And like, basically that one dude, he came off and he's like, "Bro, man, hey, you don't need to be yelling at us like this. You're acting some type of way." He's like, "Hey, well, you're gonna be like that, fuck you then, get the fuck out, man." Da, 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 da. Like, and it can lead to a lot of negative situations, you know what I mean? Who that are terrible, it could be traumatic, you know what I mean? So really start getting write it down again or go underline it. Being comfortable, being uncomfortable, man. Like you have to have those uncomfortable conversations, or it could risk your relationship, your job. There's so much at stake. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to have those uncomfortable conversations, you know what I mean, with your friends, your family, with everyone you're around, you know what I mean? And especially with yourself, dog. Have those uncomfortable conversations. What's holding you back, man? What are your vices? What are those inner demons? What are those fucking excuses? What are those bad habits? And being honest with yourself, whatever it is, being honest. What oh shit, man, I have been doing that. And you know what you shouldn't be doing. Fucking Wes Watson. Conscious congruency. You already have all the answers you need. I don't need to tell y'all what is good and what's bad. You already fucking know. If you're fucking smoking crack, I hope none of y'all are smoking crack. If you are, that's crazy, motherfuckers. But you already know. Don't be smoking fucking crack. Don't be doing drugs. Stay away from the alcohol. All that shit's poison, man. And it's real easy to fucking get caught up in the life, the limelight, the lifestyle. If you're in college, if you're a high school student, with even if you're a young adult, even if you're a grown adult, getting caught up in that peer pressure of just drinking and that what's it called, just that culture where everyone, "Hey man, let's go drink." Fuck that. You know what I mean? Go have that uncomfortable conversation with all your drinking buddies. "Hey man, we're all getting kind of fat and we're spending all of our money and just getting drunk off fucking drinking this booze. Should we be drinking like this?" And that's gonna be a hella uncomfortable conversation if y'all have been drinking for fucking months, years. Fucking, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck you talking about, man? This is what we do all the time." Da da da. Because like I had to come to it's called that come to Jesus moment, man. I had to talk with my friends. I had to talk with my family, bro. I went on all of them. My family, it was more so the fitness aspect. Yo, I need y'all to fuck your like, and I came a little bit abrasive, you know what I mean? So how we communicate is super important. I came off a little abrasive. My family's like, "Yo, we need to fucking get in shape. I need y'all to start working out." Da da da. Like, cause I see them as my team. You know what I mean? That's how I'm gonna grow. I want them to all be successful. So we met a little bit abrasive. We're good now. Same thing with my friends, man. We're all fucking potheads, drinkers, smokers. Very few of them are sober. Now I'm on a part of that sober group. And I was just like, "Man, bro, like we're drinking and smoking way too much, and we need to start working out too." So like, and I met with a lot of them were like, "Fuck, Calvin, you're right." You know what I mean? They got me immediately, but not everyone's gonna get you, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. So start having those conversations, man. And if you have to practice, hit up Adam, hit up me, man. We'll call you out on your shit, dog. Whatever it is, man. Like we'll coach you and to help you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you need those people who are gonna call you out on your shit. "Yo, man, stop fucking eating those burgers, man. Yo, stop fucking eating all that fried chicken, bro. What the fuck? Like, stop drinking all that soda, man." Like, me and Adam, bro, one of the first time we talked, we were talking about the gas stations. Remember, like, stopping at the gas stations.
Yeah.
There's some good and there's some bad things at the gas stations, but there's more bad than good. There's a lot of
Yeah.
bullshit in there. Trans fats, high carbs, unhealthy carbs, sodas. Like, you have to be so selective and so disciplined on when you're going to stuff like that. And again, it's gonna be uncomfortable because when you're going in there for the first time and you're used to getting that Coca-Cola and that honey bun and whatever your combo is, when you know what the fuck your combo is whenever you go to the gas station and you're like, "Fuck, I want that." Because mine used to be the fucking cream soda and a candy bar, bro. Like I would love that shit, man, because I was like, man, I'm working out. But being disciplined and being uncomfortable fuck, I can't have that shit. It's not good for me. I already know it's not good for me, so I gotta listen to my conscience, constant congruency, listen to Adam, listen to Calvin, and get on track to building the best version of you, to build that self-belief, build that confidence. Start building you, man. Invest in yourself. It's the best investment you'll ever make.
It's so true, man. Guys, I'm gonna tell you real quick. A lot of your family and friends will often say to you, "Don't invest with people out there that you don't know." And and here's my response to that. Okay, because you guys, I'm gonna tell you through experience that's happened to me more times than I can count. Um, I'm gonna tell you something. Those people that are trying to stop you from investing in yourself, I am going to let you know right now, they don't know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. Okay?
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, yeah. If if you know you want to like talk with me on a free masculinity discovery call, then fucking do it, you guys. Pull the trigger. Like I'm here for you. I know I'm a bit out there and I have some like really confrontational podcasts, but behind all of that, I'm actually here to help you. Deep down, all right? So what I want to say to you really, really quick is I I just want you to know that when it comes to fitness, I I started out like overweight, and now I can confidently say to all of you that I'm down to 6% body fat. So it's it's like, and you were talking about those gas stations. I mean, like, yeah, I will fess up to this, you guys. I will on occasion go there because I have such a fucking fast metabolism. Guys, I ran track. I did pole vaulting. I did the long jump, 100-meter sprint. It's like you have to understand when you do all that in your earlier years, your fucking metabolism is so fucking high that you just get so fucking you want to punch a fucking wall. You're so fucking hungry. So that's why I'll often go to the gas station. But again, no excuse. I actually bought these uh, bucked up, new and improved buck bars. So I have these buck bars from Bucked Up. I have an article on that. Go check it out. Anyways, I want to circle around and actually talk about court approach in dating for like the next 10 minutes before I have to get going here. But guys, understand that even though throughout my podcast library you might think, oh, I'm this arrogant asshole because I have a tendency to have like this massive ego. For example, if they go listen to my podcast episode, cocky funny lines. But it's like, you guys, I I take inspiration from this old school dating coach, David D'Angelo. David D'Angelo always talks about cocky funny humor, and it's fucking brilliant, dude. It's just like, some girls just can't resist my good looks and my charm and my unflinching ability to listen to Taylor Swift. Okay, it's just stuff like that. It's just, you gotta be fucking cocky, you guys. You can't just be like, hey, look, I understand if you think I'm a little cocky. I just have such a damn good relationship with myself. Okay? So you have to like do these cocky funny lines. That's what cocky funny humor is. You guys, some women will say they don't like cocky guys, but deep down they like it when you are kind of cocky because it shows your confidence, but you don't want to be incongruent. Okay? When you're incongruent and they see that and they test you and they basically test your value, they're basically going to think, oh hey, he's not as cocky as I thought, he's not as confident as I thought, so she's going to filter you out as a fucking beta male and not want to talk to you. So yeah. If there's anything you want to say on that, let me know, man, because I just think that um cold approach is very important for guys to learn. If they don't learn cold approach, how can they handle getting rejected in the real world? Like when businesses do that shit, when potentially schools do that shit, or any other people reject them, they're not going to understand the value of actually getting rejected. Because if you don't know how to get rejected and get punched in the face a little bit, I honestly, I wonder how you're actually going to grow. Because guys, that cave you fear to enter holds a treasure you seek. So
Big dog. That's how you learn, bro. You learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. You know what I mean? Because when you win, it's you're like, man, I did everything right. I got the win. You know what I mean? But when you lose, when you get rejected, whatever it is, that's where you learn. You're like, man, what did I do wrong? There's so many things you can dissect it, man, to where like how can I improve? You know what I mean? So constantly learning from your wins and especially your losses, you know what I mean? Learning from both of them, learning what you did right, learning what you did wrong, man. Always learning, always being a student from your mistakes. I heard a badass quote today. It was smart people learn from their own mistakes, wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So it's important to have that experience in your life, but really use Adam, use me, use all these other people in your life. What experiences have they gone through that where they've lost? You know what I mean? You don't have to lose $1 million to learn how not to lose $1 million. Go look at someone else who's made that mistake and learn from that. You know what I mean? Really learn from those mistakes, man, and learn from yourself and learn from others' mistakes. That's how you're gonna keep winning, man. Stack those wins.
Yeah, and honestly, I would recommend you guys go get a wingman and go just start cold approaching women because that's gonna help you. And also, like, go listen to my podcasts on closing and sealing the deal. I had one episode called "How to Seal the Deal Effortlessly" if they scroll down my library. But that's not about getting the phone number, you guys. It's actually more about um, sealing the deal when you're basically seducing women. So, really, to actually drive this podcast home, I want my listeners to really take away the fact that you have to lean just beyond your edges, lean beyond your comfort zone into the courage zone, and don't get discouraged if you're not feeling that motivated. And in fact, I have a ton of podcast episodes where you can basically use to listen to motivate yourself to take more urgent action. Because let's face it, you guys, part of taking courageous action is just having a sense of urgency. And if you don't have a sense of urgency, like how the fuck are you going to do anything? Urgency is the only reason decisions are made. That's just the fucking facts.
What did we say earlier? Success loves speed, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking second guess yourself. You have to be confident in it. Where are we gonna eat? Man, we're gonna go eat at the steakhouse tonight. Versus where are we gonna eat? Um, Let me think. Nah, fuck that, bro. Be confident in yourself, man. Whatever your gut is saying, fucking go with that shit. If you're wrong, you're gonna fucking learn from it. If you're right, fuck yeah, you were confident, you said it right, and now you're a fucking boss. You know what I mean? Letting your nuts hang, man. That's why I fucking tell all these young men, man. I even tell some women to fucking, even if they don't got nuts, let your fucking nuts hang, bro. On whatever you do in life, man. Just have that confidence in yourself, man. Like, man, I'm fucking Calvin, dog. I don't give a fuck, man. Respectfully, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be who I am. I am what I am. What I'm not, I'll never be, man. It's that simple, man. So like understanding who you are, being confident, putting in the work, man. And a big way to fucking build that confidence is one, early wake up time, and then get a badass workout in as soon as you wake up. Or if you gotta do a little reading, do some journaling, whatever you gotta do, but get a early wake up time and a morning workout, dude. That's gonna set you up for success through the whole day. Cause whatever that's one of my biggest pieces of advice in there, man. Wake up early and get a workout in. Fucking huge.
Yeah, to any of you out there that have third shifts, I relate to you because I have a third shift. All right. So, what I want to say to all of you out there who are working nights, you can still work out. That is the following time. It doesn't matter when you wake up. Just go to the gym the minute you wake up. So, I mean, guys. Another thing about my article, How to Take Courageous Action, is I say eliminate all of your excuses. Okay, because all of your excuses are lies, as Jocko once said. All of your excuses are lies. It's so fucking true. It's like, guys, if you have any excuses after today to fucking taking courageous action, I fucking want to smack the shit out of you because you're being weak. You're just being fucking weak. Okay? So if if you still want to say, Adam, I'm not going to do this, well, click away and stop following my podcast because I don't give a fuck. All right. Now, with that said, we're gonna wrap up this podcast, man. That was a good conversation about taking courageous action, and that
Dropping bombs, motherfucker.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
I'm excited for this to drop, bro. Adam, thank you for having me, bro. Always a pleasure, man. Whenever you want me to hop back on here, you already know I got you, man. We got to do one of these live in person. Eventually, you're gonna have a studio and everything, man. It's gonna be badass. You gotta have a gym in that studio though too, and get a little pump in before we hit the stage, man. But again, thank you so much for having me, bro. I love what you're doing. Really spreading that knowledge, wisdom, that masculinity through the masses. You know, what I mean, this is something that our generation and people today really need, bro. So thank you again, bro. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem, man. Real quick, I want to just plug one more article that I want my listeners to read and
Yeah.
check out because I noticed that Calvin was really touching upon nutrition, and that is important. I have 3 recipes for maximum gains. I think that's what it's called, but just look for it under health and fitness. You'll basically scroll through my articles and you'll see it. 3 recipes for like mass or some shit. But and even I can even send that to you, Calvin. But you guys, those are 3 recipes that I always make, and it's fucking delicious. One I will never share, by the way. If you want to work with me, I'll share it with you. But the one that I would not share is just fucking delicious. It's too fucking good for me to share. But understand that nutrition is huge. I mean, obviously, I got down to 6% body fat for a reason. That was all nutrition and fucking just doing a shit ton of high intensity interval training. So, with that said, I'm going to wrap up this podcast. Guys, I appreciate you for tuning into the Masculine Mindset Show today. Again, endorsed by Limitless Nootropics. Hint, hint. If you want to get in your masculine mindset, take that shit. Because I'm telling you right now, John Anthony, he's very kind to release that product for all of my listeners to basically take. That right there will get you into your masculine mindset. Because I'm telling you the truth, you guys, most people have shiny object syndrome. Nootropics stop you from getting shiny object syndrome. All right. I appreciate you for listening. I'll see you on the next episode.
Let's go.